welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the love outlook for the following week, March 15th to the 22nd, for the sign of Libra. All right, Libras, you are up. Now, this is going to be a look into a connection that you have with someone, because we're going to pull their cards as well as your cards. So this is a snapshot into some relationship that a Libra has out there with someone, and we will know the state of that relationship over the next week, right? The course of the next week. This is not meant to be sort of a long-term outlook or an intensive outlook into this love connection or this relationship. Just simply what you may be going through or dealing with, or the challenges or pluses and minuses to communication that you are going through this following week. All right, so most of the shuffling I've done off camera, so we can cut your deck, Libra, and get right into your reading. I will pull clarity cards later on towards the end. Now, your person is resonating with Page of Swords, and you are resonating with the Ace of Cups. All right, starting off good. They see you as a Nine of Pentacles, and you see them as a Ten of Swords. They see the relationship as a Two of Wands, and you see the relationship as a Six of Cups. Well, this is a very nice reading. Very, very nice reading indeed. I'm going to say this could be a relationship. Eight of Cups. Wow, at the bottom. Interesting. This could be a relationship that has developed over a long time. You guys may have been friends, right? You may have, I believe your person probably has been an admirer of yours maybe for a long time. Okay, you may not have known about their feelings towards you. All of the cup cards are in your position, but that doesn't really change anything. Your person is still resonating with some really strong positive energy. So let's get right into it. I'm going to come back to that Eight of Cups later on. Let's get straight into your spread. Libra, your person is resonating with Page of Swords, and you are Ace of Cups. Well, for them, they are feeling very confident, very sort of self-assured and clear. They know what they want. They know they have a plan, you know, and they're not going to be dissuaded from this plan, right? Page of Swords, pages in all of the suits talk about the first stage in overcoming fear in that suit, right? So here we have Page of Swords. Pages are also always associated with Earth, so they're very practical. They're the most practical ones in the court cards. And so Page of Swords is someone who's very, very, in a very practical way, trying to maintain their self-esteem, trying to maintain their positive outlook. This is someone who is not going to listen to naysayers or people who try to you know, make you feel like, you know, you don't have what it takes, or make you feel, lose your self-confidence, or make you feel like you don't have, you know, the right talents or the right gifts or whatever, right? This is generally Page of Swords energy, fighting against that, being positive, all of that good stuff. So it's interesting that your person is resonating with this. It almost feels to me like they have been quite positive about this relationship, right? And this is something that makes me feel like they have always hoped that they would get together with you, because you're resonating with an Ace of Cups this week. So this is new love coming in. I think this is a new, I'm going to say a fairly new relationship that has come out of Libra. Someone who has probably liked you for a really long time, right? Someone who's had this real youthful kind of crush on you for a really long time. They always knew that this was going to work out, but you're the one who's kind of arriving to the table with this like, oh, wow, you know, I see you, and guess what? I am in love, right? Because for you, this is very new. This is Ace of Cups feeling. So it's very nice, I'm going to say, right? It's a very nice feeling right here. And certainly this youthfulness from the Page of Swords definitely makes me feel like this is a young relationship, a new relationship, a young relationship. But one person in this relationship is feeling very, very good indeed, very confident. And you, of course, are feeling absolutely in love. Now, how do you see each other? This is more positivity. Your person really sees you as someone who's very, very ambitious and talented. Someone who is beautiful. Someone who is independent and resourceful. This is everything that we associate with the Nine of Pentacles. This is generally someone who is indeed very successful. Now, they may have had to pay the price for that success. There is a sense of sacrifice with the Nine of Pentacles, that in order to have achieved this level of success and ambitious sort of manifesting these ambitious dreams, right, you will you will suffer some alienation, right? You will suffer alienation, perhaps, maybe the inability to really get close to people or to foster that close relationship that you would like, because so much of your energy is geared towards your ambition, right? And so this is really, I want to say the twofold of this coin, right? It is a 9 card, and with all the 9 cards, we feel a little bit of that hermit energy. And with 9 of Pentacles, someone who is this ambitious and this successful and this career minded, someone who works this hard also. This is all because of very hard work. Is also someone who maybe doesn't have all of the energy to also pour that same amount of intensity into a love connection. And so they suffer by not having those deeper connections. Nevertheless, your person sees you as a 9 of Pentacles. So again, this reminds me that they may have really been admiring you from a distance for quite some time. They have seen that your life, doesn't necessarily make a lot of room for connections. Nevertheless, they see you as being beautiful and successful and all of those wonderful things. I think they're very enamored of you, and they're definitely to a certain degree inspired by you. Now, you seeing them as a 10 of Swords, so it's interesting. You're seeing them as someone who has really matured and evolved. You're seeing them as someone who has probably gone through a lot of difficulties in life, and yet you've risen above. And so this is the mutual admiration club here, right? Your person is admiring you for your success and your tenacity, and you are admiring them for being a survivor and having gone through very difficult stages in their life and survived. That's what 10 of Swords is all about, surviving really, really difficult times where you've had to take a lot of blows to the ego. You may have had to take physical knocks to you, right? Physical sort of attacks even, right? You may have had to deal with health issues. You may have had to deal with poverty issues. It's really a difficult time, right? Because we can see that the old you is absolutely now lifeless. It's been literally obliterated by this period of difficulty and trials and tribulations. But the positive with the 10 of Swords is that you rise again. This is a time where you rise above that. You've learned, you've matured. All of the things that you've gone through can no longer hurt you because you've gone through them already. And this is a sign of really rising up, your ego resonating on a higher level, right? We want the ego to get smaller. So the ego is smaller. It is less of a target. And again, another reason why you're not going to suffer the same sort of swords anymore. This is a huge, monumental, progressive step forward for someone to go through a 10 of Swords. And so you seeing them as this is also extremely inspiring for you, Libra. So this is interesting. This makes me feel, again, like you two have come together quite newly. This is a new relationship, and you're really just getting to know the depth of each other's sort of value and experience, etc. Now, how are you moving forward? 2 of Wands and 6 of Cups. This is how we see the relationship, right? So your person is seeing their part in the relationship and the relationship as a 2 of Wands. They see it as part of their future. Their vision for their life absolutely encompasses this relationship. Your person is absolutely ready to move forward. To move forward with this adventure with you, to move forward with this relationship, perhaps forward with commitment. You see it as a 6 of Cups, and so there you are. You see it, of course, already as a harmonious connection, as a vehicle for enjoyment and pleasantness and having a healthy relationship. You feel it strongly. You feel the love strongly. You feel like you certainly want it to carry on. 6 of Cups is one of those soulmate cards, but it's a soulmate card because of the pleasantness in the relationship. You are just so right now caught up with, for you, you're just very much caught up in the happiness of it all, right? The newness of it all, the excitingness, it's all very exciting. It's very sort of endearing. It's very loving. Ace of Cups and 6 of Cups in the same reading is a very, very strong reading. Right? It's a strong feeling. Now, interesting, 8 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So somewhere along the line, someone is leaving another connection behind this. Now, it could be that you're leaving a person or that your person is leaving a person, but there's one of you, or maybe even both of you, are leaving certain relationships behind. Now, these could be friendships, right? They could be a family connection, whatever the case may be. There is a feeling of setting boundaries with others around you and not putting a whole lot of energy into relationships that don't give you anything back. It feels to me like it could be that you two getting together, you are doing this with your social group. You may have people who are not happy to see you together. You may have people who, you may have others around you that are seeking your attention or seeking, they may be jealous, or there's some kind of outside influence here or relationship or connection for either of you or both of you that you are choosing to also turn your back on. And this is a positive thing because this relationship has probably been quite toxic and quite draining. And it's not so much that this connection with you two is a vehicle for this, but it's almost like since meeting each other, you realize how much you don't want to waste time on people who are not good for you or relationships that are not good for you. And that's what I mean. Like, this could also just be a friendship that you decide to turn your back on because somewhere along the line, there is a connection between you finding out that this relationship is not worth putting energy into anymore, and somehow you meeting each other, you guys coming together. There may have been some additional experience or event or energy that happened out of this connection that maybe shone the light on another connection, or maybe brought something to the surface that was toxic that you realized, oh shit, and by the way, this is also toxic in my life. While I'm connecting here, maybe I need to disconnect over here. It's really interesting that that would show up like that. But that's the feeling that I have. All right, let's get your clarifiers out and just see. Again, this feels like this week is the week where the relationship will definitely be cemented if it hasn't already. Princess of Cups, nice. And the World, beautiful. For you, Libra, you have the Hanged Man. Interesting. That's going to tie into that Eight of Cups and Temperance. Wow. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Cups again. Wow. All right, well, yeah, absolutely. There is a love connection somewhere or a relationship connection somewhere, and I think it's going to be for you, Libra, and not for your person, okay? I think they're free and all of that. I don't think that this Eight of Cups is necessarily related to them. All right. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're the one who has Hanged Man and Temperance here. So this is interesting. Also, Eight of Cups has come out at the bottom of the deck here. So that is very rare, and it just lets you know that this is a strong, strong energy here underlying all of this. This new connection that you have with this Page of Swords has definitely opened your eyes to a relationship in your life, Libra. And I'm going to go to your cards first, where you have really been satisfied to not do much about it, right? You've been very much in Hanged Man energy up until now, or pre-Hanged Man energy. Because the Hanged Man actually is, in fact, a sign of awakening, right? So it's when the Hanged Man comes into the reading, it's because he's woken up. But previous to him showing up in the reading, it's a feeling that in some area of your life, you really just haven't put any effort in. You haven't put your best forward, in that area. You haven't really worked to change it. You've been quite happy with the status quo. You've been quite happy to sort of just languish in whatever this environment or the status was, right? Now, this could be an area with love or your family or, your environment, how you're living or work or whatever area in your life you just felt like not making much of a fuss. Now you've woken up, you've had this huge inspiration come in as a result of this love connection with this person, and it's woken you up to the fact that this particular area in your life really needs to be dealt with. And I'm going to say that this definitely has something to do with you indulging someone, either a friendship or a relationship that wasn't a happy relationship, but it could have even still been an ex, right? That you continue to always talk to, and they continue to sort of, drain your energy. You may not even have gotten back together. You may have remained so-called friends, right? Exes, but still friends, but yet you're still kind of like drawn in, your energy is drawn in, and you haven't made much effort to really completely sort of sever the ties. This could be an example of what I'm talking about, right? And Temperance energy comes in because it's like, I think in a lot of ways you're waking up now and realizing that perhaps before you have been triggered a lot by this connection. The antithesis of temperance is reacting. You know, when people can get you to react a certain way by pulling on your heartstrings or triggering you or what have you, right? But when you exercise temperance, you allow yourself to remain strong and control and in authority of yourself, regardless of how the outside world may poke and prod and try to get you to react differently. This is a sense of internal strength, very similar to the strength card, but in a different way. This is more like not letting outside influences make you react, whereas the strength card is all about not letting your internal emotions and passions make you react, right? So, but with temperance here, we talk about just staying true, staying strong, and maintaining your commitment to your own path, to your own decision making, right? And I think this is all coming out of this connection that you're having now with this person. Your eyes have really been opened up to how much you've been sort of giving up here with this relationship. And you're ready to move forward, you know? And again, it doesn't necessarily feel like you're breaking up with someone to be in this connection, although you may, because this reading could resonate different ways for different people. Different parts of it could resonate with you, and other parts may be very different. To me, it doesn't necessarily feel like you're breaking up with somebody to be with this person, or you're cheating on somebody to be with this person. Everything here feels very much sort of honest and above board, but it does feel like you've woken up to a connection that is really deeply draining. This could also be a family connection or just a friendship with someone you may not have ever been in a relationship with, but the friendship itself is also draining and draining. In either case, you wake up now. And this week is going to be all about that. This is going to be one of the main focuses for you this week. Now, your person is resonating with Princess of Cups in the world. So they are absolutely, this is the second page. Princesses are pages. So this is the second page that they're resonating with. And here we have the Princess of Cups or Page of Cups. So they definitely have had their eye on you for a long time. I think they've had a crush on you that they haven't told you about. Perhaps they've been waiting and watching and sort of maybe overcoming their own fears of rejection before moving forward. But they are absolutely on top of the world. You know, they are happy. They're happy to be with you. They really very much care for you. I think they've been feeling very excited about the possibility of finally getting together with you. I do think that this is somebody who's been a long-term admirer of yours. Maybe you knew it or maybe you didn't. Maybe you guys were just friends for a long time. You never really realized how much they feel for you. They may have kept it hidden or been embarrassed or didn't want to, confide just yet until they were sure that you had feelings for them. But for them, this is like them getting the cake and eating it too. The world is coming out for them also, and they feel like definitely this is destiny. They always knew it was destiny. They always knew that they were meant to be with you. But I think they really sort of like... were biding their time until the moment was right, until it was right. And it really feels like one of these strong love connections with someone who really cares for you in a genuine way, right? Not somebody who just rushes in when they're not an opportunist. It wasn't like they were waiting for the right opportunity. They were legitimately waiting, I think, if a period of waiting was involved here for you and them both to be in the right place. In any case, they have wanted this for a long time, I believe, and they have nothing but bright ideas for the future. Let me pull out your romance angel messages. We have playfulness, interesting, cute, and we have heart-to-heart conversations. So there you have it. Playfulness, heart-to-heart conversations. Yes, they're happening this week. There may be a lot of playfulness here. This could be someone that you generally have always been flirting with. You guys have always had a sense of playfulness with each other. This week, I think it's really going to ramp up into this, oh my God, I think we really need to talk about this. I think we both have sincere feelings. I think because also that this feels, again, like somebody who knows you very well, who's known you for a long time, and they may have insight into this connection, this Eight of Cups connection, that now that you're seeing them through different eyes, they're sort of opening your eyes to this Eight of Cups connection being toxic. And I think because, again, they've probably loved you from a distance for a very long time. They have nothing but your best intentions at heart. right? And so I think that now that you're dealing with somebody who really cares about you, who's known you for a while, probably knows you quite well, this heart-to-heart conversation is opening your eyes up to another portion in your life where things have maybe been not so good. Maybe it's time to indeed walk away with that Eight of Cups. You know what I mean? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading, Libra, March 15th to the 22nd. This is a love snapshot. I know that this is not going to resonate for everyone. If it does resonate for you, though, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check out your other videos. Leave me comments. Let me know how you like the spread, how you like the readings. You know, if you're going through the same thing, share it with the collective, all of that good stuff. But for right now, Libra, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week for your love outlook. Bye-bye now.